Alright, hello Core 1 people. I am trying this right from the start. I haven't even done it yet, so I'll literally experience any of the hiccups that you guys would experience if I were doing this the first time as well. So first and foremost, I'm going to do it on my graphing calculator like what you guys would have in person, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do it on Delta because they give you a calculator as well. So this is our table of values. Also, I hope you guys can hear me still. I'm in, I'm kind of by my furnace right now. Anywho, so when I go to my lists, I need to clear them. In my first column, I'm going to post these numbers. So over here, I got 0.4, 0.9, 1.4, 1.9, 2.2, and 2.8. And now my numbers that go with it are 55, 115, 169, 218, 242, and 278. And we've got a matching list. And on my calculator, what I need to do for quadratic regression is go to Stat, go over to Calc, and then go down to Quadratic Regression. List 1 and list 2 is what I want. I'm going to hit Calculate. Now they gave me my my rule right here. And so what I have to do is take that rule and put it into my y equals. So maybe I write that on a sheet of paper so that I don't forget it and then I make it easier. But basically, I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places here, and we're going to see what happens. So 2 decimal places for my a would be negative 16.33. So negative 16.33 x squared plus, now I'm going to have to open that again. That's why I said maybe write it down. 146.07. So plus 146.07. And then minus 1.9. We'll round that to a 1. 1.91 because that's a 7, so that it's closer to up. Round up, get to 1. So negative 1.91. Minus 1.91. Now I forgot to put an x value here, because that's my bx term, and then minus 1.91, that's my constant. Now, they tell me find the height to the nearest foot at a time of 7.2 seconds. So my independent variable, my x variable, is time. So what I'm going to do is plug 7.2 in. I'm going to go to my table. I'm going to start at 7.2, and I'm going to see what value it gives me. And it gives me 203.25. And they say round to the nearest foot. So 203 would be my rounding, right? No decimals, just a single foot, 203 feet. Now let's see if I get that same thing by doing it using the statistics calculator here. So I'm going to copy my values for the calculator, and I'm going to open up my statistics calculator, and I'm going to hit paste values. This might actually be easier for you. You might think that, but again, what did I do? I was here and I said copy values for the calculator, and then I'm going to open my statistics calculator, and then there's a button here where I can paste my values in. Pretty slick. Now, what I need to do is go to Calc menu, and I want to do quadratic regression. Diagnostics off, I'm not really sure, but anyways, I'm going to hit quadratic regression. Again, I went to Calc menu, quadratic regression, diagnostics, they're going to keep them off, we'll see what happens. If I hit calculate, I get negative 16.33, 146, let's compare, 146.07, and then negative 1.9. Perfect. Take that number, plug it into your calculator, like what we did here. Go to your So second window, go to your table set, and you want to choose to go to 7.2 as our value, right? Because that's what we're trying to find. And then when you go to our table and go to 7.2, we get 203.25 to the nearest whole number would be 203. Oh, so this is actually my regression equation. You guys are probably screaming at me like, what are you doing? And if we look at an example, I think you said to do y equals instead of 0 equals. So y equals, what did I have again? Negative 16.33x to the power of 2 plus 146.07x minus 1.91. Now, do they tell me to round it all up here? Write a quadratic regression equation for this set of data, rounding all coefficients to the nearest tenth. Hey, I didn't read the instructions, so I need to round it to the nearest tenth. So that means in my equation over here, I would go to the nearest tenth is just one spot, so I'll delete that number. Here, well, 1.07, you round that to 0.1. I'm going to delete the 7. And then 1.91, we can just delete that 1. Now, if I were to go to my table again, it's still going to be 205 as my answer. But now when I'm typing into my equation, right, to the nearest tenth here, 0.1, negative 1.9. So nearest tenth is one decimal spot. And then my final answer was 203. Let's see if we did this right. And we didn't. Round the coefficients. Oh, hey guys, guess what I did? I didn't read my calculator correctly. So I should get 205. And that is what I forgot to type in. I typed 203. I should have typed 205. That was my bad, but we did do it correctly. I just forgot to type this in. The equation's right, but I forgot to type this in right. So I hope that this was helpful. You guys get to see the live in-action experience that Dielman went through. Maybe this is something that you, problems that you had in a similar fashion, but basically we did this, the way I did it was correct. Round it to just one decimal place. Doesn't mean cut off, it means round, right? So you might have to round up or round down. And then your value, make sure you have the correct one. Dielman made a mistake. And that is okay. We're going to make a lot of mistakes this week. And we're just rolling with the punches. And I just wanted to make this live video for you guys so you guys could kind of see some of the problem solving stuff that I do. And there we go. So I think we're all good.